You know, I've got, I think it was Aussie Matters, and that's the subscriber that I had, and he created a comment on one of my videos, and I did respond to it, and stated if Australia did not have 150%, of the migrant waves that coming annually in Australia, would Australia, or that's his comment in Australia, but I can say the Western world, would the local people will strive hard working in the workforce? Now, I've answered, stated there's going to be skill shortage. That's why we brought the Italians and the Greeks to build hard labor. But today's topic, I won't talk about that, but I'll talk about now we have 150% migrants flow coming every year, regardless if you're Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the US, or any first world countries, first tier countries. Now, why are they outperformed us? Something that I personally have been um, experiencing, and this is the struggles, and I can share it to you. Now, I'm pretty sure if you watch this video, or you might notice work probation. All right, whether you're applying for a casual position, contract position, or permanent position, whether you're in apprentice or whether you're doing cash in hand jobs, it's either the employers will pay you. For example, apprentices get paid, first year apprentices get paid $300 or $400 per week, or you do some cash in hand jobs, the managers will earn $60 per week or per day, because you're a newly emerging staff member, regardless if it's depending on the industry. All right, I'm not going to name drop any of the industry, but you kind of understand what I'm saying here, right? And I think most of us, we are very born in this lucky country. We have never struggled as much as what people have to go through in third world country, right? Now, why migrants outperform? Because they're hungry, they drive, they persistent, they stay, they hard work. Now, it's easy for everyone to say that I'm one of them. Now, I'm only telling from my experience, all right? And I'm pretty sure you guys will track down your experience as well. Okay. Um, when you're under work probation, okay, actually, let me take a step back. When migrants will usually say, or many migrants, especially Chinese people, says, "Oh, I'm only saying Australian. I can't say any other country because this is where I'm from. Um, Australians are lazy. They all want holidays. They don't want to work weekends. They don't want to do overtime. But when you're on a work probation, whether you live with your parents or not, it's up to your employer how many shifts they give to you or how much money they give to you, depending is this a legitimate job or a cash in hand job. Cash in hand job, they try to exploit you and try to push you in the corner, poke you with the stick, right? So here's what I thought. Based on my two probation, now I'm going undergo one on probation. My previous probation was work as a casual in retail. Now I was being hired. Sorry, my eyes are really red, so you can tell. Very very red. That's why it's just swelling. I can open a bit so you can start see. Yep. Okay. Um, where's the topic? Probation. It's depending on the employer how much they pay you, or you are there to be apprentice. You are getting paid to be apprentice, regardless what industry you are in. Whether it's a high paid, low skill job or whatever job it is, cash in hand. And depending on the employer, how much they want willing to place you to work in. Maybe 5 hours a week, Maybe just 2 days a week, 3 hours, or maybe just depending. They want to test you. Are you coming on time? Are you the type of person who's taking sick leave or taking a fake sickie or you ask for holidays or this and that? When you have that, it brings a very different dynamic, right? And at times they struggle, you try to live depending on the lifestyle you have. But when you brought up in this country, you live in this country, you're used to this sort of lifestyle. Many migrants will go above and beyond having one house shared with 15 people and pay bare minimal of rent price. Compared to those like me, I move out on my own and this is my room. Or some other people move out, their parents brought them a property and they have this whole house. Depending on how your expenditure is, right? For example, right now I'm working in this aged care job and one week I'll get 6 days, another week I get 3 days, and my next couple upcoming weeks is zero. I work 0 days. Even though I'm in probation, I'm hired as permanent part time. There's no stability. I'm unstable. I've always checked on my phone just to see if they need any workers, which is a calling job. Okay. Why many locals will give up? Because they cannot handle. Is it worth it? They're poking around. They challenged me down to bottom of the core. I am financially not stable, or to have these four walls around me. And this is why it'll challenge many locals, and they haven't been challenged to that position. Because many says, I'm Australia born, I'm a citizen. What about these guys? They don't even have permanent residency, or perhaps Americans call it the green card. They outperform us with these wages. Many of us who born in Australia lived in this sort of luxury lifestyle where we did not know it was luxury. Well, many of them, when they go work and they have once a week or twice a week, they stay in there, they hang in there. There's a community, there's a family to support them because they know if they're hanging very long enough, they acknowledge how much it can potentially brings to the family. They can possibly bring the whole family here, or perhaps they can money exchange, right? So, for example, I'm just saying on top of my head, if I save, if I'm a migrant worker, if I save $50 a week, many us locals like fuck, that's nothing for locals. But to them, migrants say $50 a week is like 4 times I can get for back in my country. You get it? They use the currency game. It's like saying $1 here. I don't know what's the Thai currency. It's like 25 baht, Thai baht, or $1 here in Australia is like 250 soles, or $1 here is like 40 pesos. $1 here is like this or that. That's why the third world countries and the migrants will take the advantage of using that money and able to support. They could see the value of that money, and they're willing to drive and drive towards the end and survive through to probation, apprenticeship. Where many Australians we have never brought up, we're always given up because we always have choices in life. Well, many migrants didn't have a choice. The moment they land in the first world country is the best decision they ever made. And the way how they survive it through, they'll do anything in their power and their will to do it through. Mentally, physically, emotionally. And that's why they're always the winner. That's why many of us locals are outperformed. We are too used to being not being challenged. And yet, when we go for a job interview or apply for a job applicants, we have to compete with 5,000 or 500 applications. When we go to job interviews or missing a job interview call, we lost the job. You have to attend to different rounds of job interview stages. You have to be ad hoc, you have to be persistent, and you have to be there all the time. Many of us are local afraid to take risk or calling a sick day to attend those work days because we stay loyal to our company. And yeah, this is something that it really challenged me to the core, honestly, with this probation. One day you work 6 days, another week you work 3 days. When you receive your uh, your your payday, you earn $600 per fortnight. 150 goes to rent, 150 goes to food and petrol. You're down to zero. And plus, depending on the probation, some of them are 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. How long are you going to stay in this game? And whoever stays is the winner. And that's why many locals maybe struggle or hard, or those who live with their families a lot easier. But those who has live in individualism, we are too used to individualism lifestyle. So yeah.